Diana, thank you for joining us here on 2 News this afternoon. I think the obvious one is, why make the move to the Pac-12?
This is a monumental opportunity for Utah State. It ensures the future of our athletics program. It's in alignment with our president, Betsy Cantwell, as we future-proof our institution and modernize athletics at USU.
So what does this mean for the university as a whole, aside from athletics, perhaps beyond this?
Well, for sure, with Utah State, we've always been very successful no matter what conference we've been in. The Pac-12 gives us an opportunity to stand on a bit more national stage for our herd, for our fans to be seen more nationally, and our student athletes to achieve success that would guarantee and hopefully have them participate as a multi-bid league in numerous sports, not just one sport.
How does this impact the university on a financial level?
Well, obviously, with this growth, there will be some financial obligations that we'll achieve. We've had so much support, and I just would like to take a moment of gratitude and thank everyone who has reached out, who is enthusiastic about our move to the Pac-12, who wants to help support USU moving forward. It's been overwhelming across the state, in the Valley, and the Wasatch Front, and so we're really thankful for all those Aggies and everyone who wants to be a part of it.
Diana, is there a media deal in the works? Everyone knows how important it is to be seen all over the country by a selective network. And if so, how much does that mean coming to Utah State in terms of the money reached in that deal?
Sure, it's a little bit early to talk about that, as the Pac-12 is still rounding out the rest of the membership. We need to fill out our football slate with at least one more institution to become a CFP conference, and then you can look for some positive growth also within basketball within our conference, and then we can start having this media conversation. It's really important to note that there's some really big media partners out there right now that don't have a footprint in intercollegiate athletics and have had some other entities and agreements come to fruition, so they have some open space and open inventory, so that's exciting for us.
Diana Sabau, Utah State University Athletic Director, kind enough to take a few minutes here on 2 News this afternoon. Utah State, when looking at least at football right now, has been very successful in some of the teams that are going to stay put in the Mountain West Conference. 7 straight against New Mexico, 7 straight against Hawaii, and then 10 of the last 11 against San Jose State. But if you look at Boise State, always a healthy competition, and Utah State has not fared well there over the last 8 games. So are there concerns with leaving the Mountain West Conference, given how successful Utah State has been athletically in that conference across the board?
Actually, not concerns. We're looking at it as an opportunity. So football is something we are focusing on now very deliberately, and this gives our student athletes a chance to compete at the highest level. You saw what Utah State did with Utah when Utah came to Logan. Really proud of that competitive effort, and we really shined and showed Utah what we had, right? So we're not afraid to schedule big and to provide those opportunities of growth and learning. And so as our football team continues to evolve and advance, we look for great things to come.
Obviously joining the Pac-12 right now, the Pac-7, and you alluded to earlier in the conversation, you need another school. Any indication who might be joining you?
Oh, if I made predictions, I don't know if my crystal ball would crack or stay intact. So I'm gonna let the experts announce that. And hopefully that will be really soon for everyone, and you can all get real excited.
Quick last one for you, Diana. Given obviously what happened with former head football coach Blake Anderson and the administrators, is there a need right now to further unite Aggie Nation, whether that be with donors or other high-level folks that are providing some funds to the university athletic department?
We are coming together as an institution, as a community, and we are moving forward. The topic of the Department of Justice and our failure to comply was brought up by the Pac-12. They did have several questions around it. They do feel confirmed and assured that we are moving forward united with new advancements to work together and to not repeat the past, but move forward strong.
USU Athletic Director Diana Sabau, kind enough to join us here to talk about some excitement in Aggie Nation. Diana, thank you for the time today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Go Aggies.